Today we'll talk about the use of gerund and infinitives after another verb. We're going to explore together which verbs are followed by gerunds, which ones take infinitives, and those tricky verbs that can take both, with a change in meaning. By the end of this presentation, you'll be able to recognize patterns, avoid common mistakes, and feel more confident when constructing sentences in English. So let's get started. A gerund is formed by adding ing to the verb, but they are not the ing verb forms used in the present or past continuous tenses. They look the same, but gerunds are actually verb forms. For example, I like swimming. I don't like paying taxes. On the other hand, an infinitive is the verb form that has to at the beginning. For example, I like to swim. I don't like to pay taxes. Before we begin distinguishing between these two verb forms, let's first review the rules for forming the gerund. Let's get started. The general rule is to add ing to the verb. Visit, visiting. When a verb ends in a silent E, drop the E and add ing. Close, closing. With one-syllable verbs ending in a vowel and a consonant, W the final consonant and add ing. Stop, stopping. For verbs ending in W, Y, or X, add ing. Fix, fixing. For verbs ending in a vowel and a consonant with a stress on the final syllable, W the C and add ing. Refer, referring. For verbs ending in IE, drop the IE and add YING, die, dying. For verbs ending in EE, YE, and OE, don't remove the final E when adding ING. Free, freeing. Gerunds and infinitives combine the action meaning of a verb with the grammatical function of a noun. They act as nouns, subjects, and objects in a sentence. As a subject, speaking in front of a crowd can be scary. As an object, do you want to come with us? Some sentence positions take only a gerund or only an infinitive form, but there is one position following a verb where the decision depends on the main verb. Gerunds as a subject of a sentence. Gerunds are common in the subject position, while an infinitive is also possible. It is very formal and not common. For example, shopping is my favorite hobby. Working out has really improved my health. Gerunds following a preposition. Gerunds are also common after a preposition. This rule applies to all prepositions, including ones that are part of a phrasal verb. For example, she thought about calling him but decided she wouldn't. They are planning on going to the party tonight. Gerunds as an object of a verb. This is the one position where both gerunds and infinitives are commonly used. The choice of which to use depends on the main verb. Some common verbs that are followed by a gerund are advise, avoid, enjoy, finish, practice, quit, and suggest. For example, he enjoys learning about gerunds. My teacher suggested studying for the upcoming quiz. Let's take a look at some important notes related to these grammatical forms. Note 1. A verb can be in any tense. Progressive tenses use the ing form, so it is possible to see two ing forms side by side. It means progressive verb plus gerund. For example, we are all quitting smoking next Friday. Mitchell was practicing juggling 5 oranges when I saw her. Note 2. Go is often used to describe an activity in English. No matter the tense used, go is followed by a gerund. For example, she went golfing last weekend. Do you want to go skiing today? We are going sailing next weekend. Now let's look at the position of the infinitive in a sentence. Let's start with infinitives following an adjective. Infinitives are common after an adjective, though it is sometimes possible to use a gerund in this position. It is more common to use an infinitive. For example, it is nice to meet you. She mentioned that it was dangerous to stand near that machine. Infinitives following a noun or pronoun. If the verb has an object that is a noun or pronoun, it is almost always followed by an infinitive. For example, you asked me to call you. The doctor advised Mark to eat more vegetables. Infinitives as object of a verb. This is the one position where both gerunds and infinitives are commonly used. It all depends on the main verb. Some common ones are ask, choose, decide, get, need, plan, promise, and want. For example, they want to get their test back as soon as possible. The students are planning to have a party this Friday. Next, we'll look at some additional important notes about these verb forms. Note 3. The noun plus infinitive rule is very handy. For example, the verb advice normally takes a gerund, as in the doctor advised eating more vegetables. But when there is a noun object, as in the doctor advised Mark to eat more vegetables, the infinitive must be used. The noun rule is more important than the verb rule. Note 4. Because both gerunds and infinitives keep their meanings, even though they function as nouns, they too can have objects. It's common to see a sentence with two or more objects when gerunds or infinitives are used. For example, I enjoy studying English. Studying is the direct object of enjoy, and English is the direct object of studying. My boss asked me to help her. Me is the direct object of ask. To help is also the direct object of ask, and her is the direct object of to help. Finally, let's look at the following list of verbs that are commonly followed by a gerund, an infinitive, or in some cases, either form without a change in meaning. Common verbs followed by a gerund: admit, consider, finish, miss, advise, deny, imagine, practice, appreciate, discuss, keep, quit, avoid, dislike, mention, recommend, complete, enjoy, mind, suggest. Common verbs followed by infinitive: afford, expect, need, refuse, agree, hope, offer, seem, appear, intend, plan, volunteer, ask, learn, prepare, wait, decide, mean, promise, want. Common verbs followed by a gerund or an infinitive with no meaning change: begin, hate, love, start, continue, like, prefer. Mastering gerunds and infinitives helps you sound more natural and precise in English. Keep practicing, stay curious, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Language learning is a journey. Thank you. After this grammar explanation, we are going to do some grammar exercises about it. First, circle the correct answer. You are going to have 10 seconds to answer each statement before watching the correct answer. For example, Mr. Brown offered to loan us some money. Chris is considering studying English for another year. Number 3. They volunteered to sell tickets at the fundraiser. Number 4. Snowboarding is my favorite sport. Number 5. Bruce took a second job to pay off his debts. Number 6. It is essential to add salt to this recipe. Number 7. Using a phone card is better for making long-distance calls. Number 8. The children learn not to talk to strangers. Number 9. Marta thought about traveling to Peru. Number 10. You can get to the theater by taking the bus. Number 11. Elizabeth finds it difficult to save money. Number 12. Do you want to go jogging with me tomorrow morning? Let's continue with another exercise. Change the verb in parentheses into the gerund or infinitive form. When both forms are possible, write them both in the blank. Number 1. The lawyer wanted to meet with his client. Number 2. Jason needs to study more. Number 3. We love going to Paris, or we love to go to Paris. Number 4. Joshua dislikes eating vegetables. Number 5. Bob avoided hitting the cyclist at the last minute. Number 6. Maurice asked to be invited. Number 7. My friend mentioned having puppies for sale. Number 8. Mary doesn't like walking in the rain. Or Mary doesn't like to walk in the rain. Number 9. It's easy to fall behind in your schoolwork. Number 10. Shopping is a great way to spend a Saturday afternoon. Number 11. Most doctors suggest exercising at least 3 times a week. Number 12. Swimming is my favorite sport. Go on with another exercise. Classify the verbs followed by a gerund, an infinitive, or either. Agree. Infinitive, gerund, or infinitive and gerund. Infinitive. Advise. Gerund. Begin. infinitive and gerund. Decide, infinitive. Dislike, gerund. Like, infinitive and gerund. Want, infinitive. Enjoy, gerund. Prefer, infinitive and gerund. Promise, infinitive. Finish, gerund. Start, infinitive or gerund. Wish, infinitive. Avoid, gerund. Love, infinitive and gerund. Help, infinitive. Suggest, gerund. Propose, infinitive and gerund. Pretend, infinitive. Discuss, gerund. Remember, infinitive and gerund. Tenth, infinitive. Recommend, gerund. Well done! Through today's exercises, we practice how certain verbs are followed by gerunds and others by infinitives. The more you use them, the more natural they'll become. Thanks for your great work today. Okay, this is the class for today. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.